Hi guys, welcome to Pitch Hero. It's just after 7:30. We're just going to give it a minute or so to make sure that everybody can attend. I presume you can all hear me and see my screen. If you can't, where it says questions, if you could just let me know if you can't hear me or see my screen, or if you can, somebody can just say yes, we can. That would be great, and that's where it says questions. But I'll speak to you all in a moment. Good evening, everybody. My name's Dan. I'm one of the senior account managers here at Pitch Hero. Hope you're all well, and thank you for joining us this evening on this Thursday evening for a 7:30 webinar. First things first, can you all see my screen? And I presume you can all hear me. Can somebody just, where it says questions, can somebody just let me know that you can hear me and you can see my screen? That would be great if you can, just to make sure I'm not presenting to, as I say, myself. So that's great. All good. Thanks, Andy. Much appreciated. So way this works, as I say, I go through the presentation. At any point, if you've got any questions where Andy's just put all good, if you can just add your question, I'll get to them at the end. Once we've done the presentation, the small videos, what we'll do, I'll then go on to the dashboard and I'll show you where to find things as well. So without further ado then, as I say, match fees webinar. I know we've all probably got a few problems and issues where we're trying to connect match fees and we always get the old faithful, don't we, where I've got no money or I've no cash on me, yet we see that person probably stood at the bar with a drink after. And so we need to get around that. So let's just move on with this. Here we go. So welcome to the webinar. Points we're going to cover: introduction to match fees, how to set it up, select players and request payment, how members pay, how to view and track the payments as well. Okay, so just first of all, regarding Pitch Hero, everything's back to normal, well, as normal as it can be. These half of us are all still working from home, so the phone lines are switched off. But again, you can get in touch with us at support@pitchhero.com, book a call with your account manager, or if you need any demo or anything else like that, go onto our website, pitchhero.com/demo, and you can book in that way as well. Just shows you a screen when you are trying to book a demo or you're trying to book in with your account manager. It comes up like this: pick a date, it gives you the available slots. If you're going to look for a demo, I'll probably suggest you do a minimum of 30 minutes, just so obviously you can have a good chat about it and go through it all as well. Okay, so benefits of online payments and match fees. So one of the best things we can do now, we've set up 15 reasons why. So if you go on to pitchhero.com/clubhouse, you see all different things on there that we've done reasons why and explaining obviously why you need to do this. But the 5 key reasons that I've picked out is, again, from being a first team coach and manager of a rugby club, is it increases the revenue again. So you can see who's paid and who's not. There's nothing worse than somebody saying, "Oh, I'll pay you double next week," and I wrote it down on a beer mat, or I wrote it down on a bit of paper, put it in my jeans, and I've forgotten. And we've all got those type of people in the club. If you can get away without paying, they'll get away without paying. This way, you can't. Once they've been tagged in a payment, they can't get away until they actually pay it. It's quick and easy. It's dead simple to do. You can do it from sending them out to people paying. You can do it within 2 or 3 minutes. It really is. As I mentioned, track and record every payment. Nice and easy, nice and straightforward. Process payments 24/7, so you can get to Monday evening, you're looking online, see who's not paid. You can request, if you're 7 people not paid, you can request them 7 people again. to go and pay it as well, and keep your volunteers safe. Again, in this current climate and this situation, we're in, no paper forms, no cash, no trips to the bank. Again, there's less handling we can do. I think the better at the moment. I think if that's taught me anything, I'm a bit old school. I used to like to go out with the wife and have cash in my pocket. Very, very old school, I think it is. And now I don't think I've been into a cash machine for I don't know how long. Everything just gets paid on my card now. Or on my phone. So I think it's taught me obviously to do that now and stop being so old school, really. Why the old cash in hand no longer works. Team captain is responsible for a large amount of cash. It's not fair putting that pressure sometimes on them. They've got enough to do. As we just mentioned, the handling of cash is best avoided. Members easily get away without paying, again, as we spoke about. Difficult, again, to keep a track of who's done that. And if it's anything like the rugby circles and stuff that I've always been in, captains often drink too much, and towards the end of the night they'll say, let's buy a round out of the subs, which is great until Sunday morning and they sober up and realise the treasurer is not going to be best pleased. So, introduction to match fees. Phase 1 and Phase 2 are all live now. So all the reporting tools and stuff are on there now, which I'll show you. Extremely easy to use, and it takes less than 5 minutes to set it up. Just going to show you a little bit of a demo video that we launch it with. Again, there is 3 or 4 videos to watch, but once we've gone through this, we'll actually go into the dashboard and I'll go through and show you where it all is as well. Okay, so that was the video that we used just to whet people's appetites and obviously go through and explain what we can do. So let's dig a little bit deeper into it now and see how it works. So what will you need to set this up? You need a webmaster with access to payments. You need your coaches to have the team admin access for that team and also using the manager app. Players and parents need to be registered on the website, and everybody needs to be using the club app. So how to set this up at your club. Now, you can only use Stripe to do this. Now, I know probably a lot of you know or you are aware we use GoCardless and Stripe, but you have to use Stripe when doing match fees. One of the sole reasons is that it's quicker, and B, you can use Apple Pay as well if you have got an Apple phone. Android payments and things will hopefully be coming next year as well. But yeah, so you can use Apple Pay and things like that. You need to set the fees for your teams and start collecting. Okay, small video again, just sort of explaining it. I'll talk to you as we are going through it because these are silent videos. Oops, let's just go back a page. Let's just load that up. And that should play. Here we go. So again, what they're doing here, they're going into the match fees section and they're going to set up the match fees. So here you go, set up the match fees. I will show you how to do this. There is a video there if you want to watch it, how to, if you've forgotten. But then you go in. Again, really straightforward to do. Yes or no. Okay. So give the list of match fees. So again, you're going to call this senior match fees, which is really good. It then asks you to start putting in the options. So again, a starter might be £7, £10, just depends. A student, for instance, or a sub might just be £5. And again, I think this is a student they put in at £7. This will make more sense once they've done this. Again, you can add as many options as you want in there and as many sets of match fees as you want. You then link the team to the match fees. So who does this apply for? So it might be all the senior teams, it might be the junior teams. Bear in mind, you can only link one team to one set of match fees at a time, but it is easy to change. Again, so that now is set up, as you can see, as senior match fees, as easy as that. But again, I will show you there is time for questions at the end. So again, setting a team and requesting payments. We now need to build the players who actually played using the team selection for the match, or we can add the players manually if you haven't selected your team, or there are additional players that need to be added. This can be done by the desktop or the manager app. It's designed to be done by the manager app, by the captain or the manager, to take pressure away from everybody else. Again, another silent video again. We're just selecting and requesting on the app. So I'll just play this forward. I'll talk you through this. So again, this is the manager app. You go into the actual fixture, which they're going to do now for us. They go into the match fees at the bottom, as you can see, where it says new. Now we can use a team selection, or we can add. Now what they're doing here is adding people manually. So you can see they're going through, they're clicking, and they're adding people manually. Or as I say, you can use a team selection. So let him pick 11 players. Now you can see they're all default to the top payment of £10. But if you click on them, you can change them to whatever they are. So if they're a sub, they're a student, so you can click on them. You can also see in the bottom how much you're expecting back by clicking all these. He now clicks send, and everybody has received a push notification, those 11 people, to say you've now basically been, let me just pause that a minute, sorry. So you've now basically been sent your match fee, it beeps on the phone. Now what they need to do is actually go into it and pay it, which we'll show you in a moment. What you can do as well, though, if somebody was leaving the club and had forgotten the mobile phone, for instance, and give you cash, what they've just done there is click on the player. If I continue to play it, what they're going to do here is just show you, you can mark it down as cash, just confirm, and you can also put a note on as well to say paid £5 as leaving. So again, click it down here. We can change the amount at any point if it's wrong, and we can keep going through, you know, update aside, and we can send requests as well from the manager app as well. So again, this is just going through and just showing you how you can change it all. So how players can make their payments. This can be done through the club app or on their Pitch Hero account, but we want them to be doing it on the club app. So they go into the club app, they will see there, for instance, your match fee is now due. I will show you this on the app later on. Again, so this is now going to show you how players pay. So they've gone into the app, they've actually gone into where it said £10 we've just seen. And again, that's disappeared on there. So let's just bring this back up and play that. So you can see here they go, they've gone into the club app. This is a test site, Pitch Hero Cricket Club. They can see in the middle of the app there that they actually owe £10. So they can view it. They can now pay by Apple Pay or by card. Obviously, Apple Pay, you just put your thumbprint on there and it pays. Or you can pay by card, which Joe's going to do now. It will also ask you as well if you want to store your card details for next time. As you can see underneath, it says save card details. So again, all I do every single week is just use the exact same card details, and you don't have to put it in. So use Visa, debit card, credit card, things like that. So as you can see here, Joe is going through it all. And again, he's just paid it that way as well. I will go into the app again and show you if you've got any questions. How to view and track payments are made. So this can be done through the manager app or in your club control panel. So again, you click the fixture and into the match fee tab, and that will show you who paid. I will show you in the dashboard though, obviously how it's paid, because that was in phase 2. So again, I'll just show you the small video here. So again, you go back into the fixture, back into the match fees. You can see it says 7 unpaid. And again, you can just see, so you can just keep flicking through to make sure people's paid, or you can click request and send them a request again, so they get another push notification to say, come on, you've not paid your match fees, can you get that done for us, please? Okay. So again, how to view and track a trade that's made, use the assignment and transactions page, which I will show you and go into in more depth. So in summary, it's quick, it's easy to set up, as you can see. You need to enable Stripe, name your fees, set the amounts and select the relevant teams. Click back into your fixture to see who and hasn't paid all the time, send additional prompts, and use the assignments stuff for transactions. So let's come out of here. And what I want to do now is go back in to the admin. So again, this is a demo site. So we've talked before about obviously how to do things. You see on the left-hand side here, payment tools. So payment tools in here and payment providers is where you set up your Stripe account. So again, dead easy. It's just asking me to log back in for some strange reason. So again, this is where you go. So I mentioned before, you go into here, as you can see in here, we've got Go Cardless and Stripe enabled. You just add a provider, fill out the details, and then get an email back from Stripe to your own personal email. And again, just follow the instructions from Stripe to set up your club account as well in there. So once that's done, you go into match fees. And if you look at the dashboard here, so this is a dashboard which we spoke about before. So these are all the match fees that we previously set up. So if you wanted to basically set up one, you go into the dashboard, you'd click add match fees. And again, to add teams, you must obviously first remove them. So because there's no teams available, they're all linked to these. So I'll just show you how to remove a team. So you go into there, for instance, it will tell you which teams are obviously there. And you see the little dustbin at the side. So if I click the dustbin, it then removes that from the senior match fees. Or again, what I need to do, I can just add a team again this way. So I'll come back in and add a team in a moment because I just want to show you. Go back into dashboard again. And again, add match fees. And again, as you saw in the video, you just follow it through. So let's just do this while we're here, for instance. So I'm just going to put, for instance, first team. Here we go. Click next. So a starter, for instance, for me is going to be £10. Just going to add a couple of options. So a junior is going to be £7 for me. And a student, if I'm feeling generous, is going to be £5 because they always say they've got no money. Okay, so again, we click next, add the team here. So I'm going to add the men's first team. The ones grayed out are already set to a set of match fees. You might have a set of separate match fees for cup games, things like that. But if I just click that at the side, click save, now it tells me the men's first team is there as well. Click next. So it gives me a review, gives me the fees, everything else is fine. I now finish the setup. Again, so we can see their first team there, and we know obviously that's what it's set to. What I'm going to show you as well here in the match fees, so you can do all the reporting and recording. It will show us all the transactions. If I click transactions here, it will basically show all the transactions that are here. So I apologize, my internet's a bit slow this evening, but it shows me all the transactions, the dates and times they were done. I can filter if I wanted to filter by date, by fee, by team, by status. I can do that. So again, that gives you all the transactions. What you can also do, I go into assignments here, again, I can filter by team to see who the worst teams are, for instance, whatever I want to do. So this gives me everybody who's not paid. Okay, ignore the amounts because it is a training site. But if I click request all payments, everybody who's not paid will be sent a notification to say, come on, you've not paid your subs for that game against Headingley or Halifax, whoever it was. And again, they would then go in to have that paid as well. Okay, so as we mentioned before, we've set the Stripe account up. we've set the payments up, and again, we're going to teams before. So we're going to the men's first team here, for instance, and we click into the fixture, which is England Select, and you can see the fixtures there. Now, remember we said to you before, it's all done on team selection. So again, you do your team selection that you would do. So again, you can just come in and play with it. Again, once you've done your team selection, you can go into your match fees as well and get that done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick a team, for instance, which again, this can be all done in the manager app. Then I'm going to do the match fees from the manager app. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to pick myself. There I am. Pick James. And I'll pick Jack off. There you go. So that should be. How many players is that? Okay, we've only picked a satellite, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to publish that team, and I'm just going to publish it to everybody as you would do. Okay, so what I'm going to do now you'd think, wouldn't you, there's a modern way of being able to show your mobile phone. There isn't. So this can be a little bit touch and go. So let's just come out of there. So just do a new movie. You'll ever get a big picture of me is not what you want. No, you don't want that. That will keep your kids away from the fireplace. Let's try it again. You know, you think there was an easier way nowadays. Here we go. Fantastic. So again, this is my mobile phone. I'm going to click into it, and I'm going to click into the manager app. So again, if you're a webmaster or a manager, things like that, you need both. If you're just obviously a player and things like that, a parent, and need the club one. So manager app, again, it will open up on this test site. We're going to go on to the England Select. So as we can see there, the match fee. So the team selection's there. We can see that, for instance, when it loads up. Just catching up. Let's come out of that and try again. Let's go back in. I think this is normally the case, isn't it? When you're presenting, something always goes wrong. Just give it a minute. I do apologise. I'm sure you can understand this is out of my control. Let's just see if the club app's working. So we'll do this the wrong way around if the club app is working. For some reason, these apps, and I don't know why, are not working. So let's go back into them. Try it again. Excuse me. Okay, so let's just come out of that. For some reason, that is not working. So what we'll do, I'll keep trying to get into my phone now this way while we're talking. So again, we pick the team, like we've said here, which you do in the manager app. You then go into your match fees here. So again, we're going into the match fees here. Now, this says this on the manager's app, so it would say to you as well, do you want to use team selection or do you want to add the players manually? Completely up to yourself. What it will say as well every week once you've done it, do you want to use the players from last week? So you can do if you're lucky enough to put the same team out, but we'll use team selection. So I click team selection, and as you can see here, let's get rid of that bar. It tells me there's 10 people there all down to pay £10. I know Jeannie, for instance, she's a student. So I click on her, I click on student. And as you can see, it's changed to £5 and that's dropped down to £95 as well. I know Joe Admin here, I know he's only a junior and he's playing cricket for us. So I can drop him down as well as. Again, on the manager app, you just click that person and again, it goes into them again. So what I can now do is send out those, and what happens is assignments added, and as you can all see, it says not paid, not paid, not paid. Okay, they would then go into their app, go into what obviously we showed you on the video, and again, what they can do then, they can just go in, and as I say, they can just get that paid as well. Annabella was leaving the clubhouse, as we mentioned before. I can click on her, and what I can do, I can say she paid cash and confirm. And again, you can now see she's gone green. I can add a note if I want to add a note to say paid me cash as she left the club. I can do it that way. Again, this is all done on the manager app as well, and my phone is still not for some reason going into it, so I don't know why. So again, yeah, you can go into it and do this via the phone. What they would then do, let's see if I can get into the club app, see if I can show you anything there. Just see if in that is coming up. No, that's not playing ball either, so I do apologise. I will speak to our developers as soon as I get off this and find out what's going on. And again, as you saw before, what they did was go into the manager app, into the club app, sorry, and they can go in and pay it that way. So that really is the match fees. It's easy to do, it's dead easy, it will save you time, it will save you admin, it will make life a lot more simple and straightforward for you. So really the questions is there any questions? You know, please feel free to go into the question section and ask any questions, and we can obviously go through them and help as much as I can. Give you a couple of minutes just to have a think about that if you've got any. I don't know if this is good or bad with no questions. I presume it's a good thing, really. I just apologise, as I say, the technology has let me down this evening. Just give you a couple of minutes, as I say, to think. So again, in the question section, as you can be able to see, and just add the questions if you've got anything there. I think as well, obviously, you may think of questions when you've gone. You can get hold of me at d.ingham@pitchhero.com. So again, feel free to drop me an email, ask me any questions. So that's d.ingham, INGHAM, @pitchhero.com. You can also get in touch with support. So it's support@pitchhero.com as well. If you've got any sort of technical questions, and they can forward their stuff onto me as well. So there's no questions. So obviously that is a good sign. Hopefully, as I say, that's helped and I'll give you a good understanding. But if that's it, I shall let you go on Thursday evening. Thank you very much indeed for your time, and hopefully I'll speak to you all soon. Thank you very much indeed. Take care, everybody.